Hey there. If it's Wednesday and it's Comic Book Wednesday, then you must be watching another Fanboy at 50 Comic Book Wednesday Fancast. How are you? This is Lou. This is my blog. Welcome to it. Let's get down to it. Pretty even pull this week for comics as far as Marvel and DC. Um, I've got 4 Marvel comics. I've got 4 DC comics. I've got 2 Wildstorm comics, one of them being a trade paperback edition of a comic which I have not read before and not too familiar with, but I'll talk about that. This is actually going to be a two-parter. The video is going to be up today, and the written end of things will be featured either tomorrow or Friday as a part 2, as things are a little bit hectic, and I am in the middle of a whole lot of stuff, which I'll be talking about here also. So let's get to it. The polls for DC Comics, excuse me, as you can see, a little bit rushed. Cry for Justice, Justice League. I said that this was going to be an excellent book. I actually read part 1, the first issue, today. Great artwork. I really don't need to say anything more about this. Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, and Green Arrow together, out on their own, crying for justice, looking for justice after events that have happened. The loss of the Martian Manhunter and the apparent loss of Batman, i.e. Bruce Wayne. So, this is one of those books you should be reading, you might not be reading, but I think you can still catch issue 1. Okay, Blackest Night, Tales of the Corpse. This is that book. I got this as a tie-in again with Blackest Night. I thought it was going to be interesting to turn around and have the information here to follow all the different types of lanterns, some interesting stuff, but it's not a must-have. I picked it up only for myself, so not something that if you don't have it, I don't think it's going to hurt anything not having it while reading the Blackest Night series. Superman World of New Krypton. I'm a little bit behind in my reading on this one, but let me straighten this out. Here you go. Still like the idea of Superman dealing with the Kandorians on their own level on the new world, the new Krypton, just outside of Earth's well, maybe not just outside of Earth's influence. We'll see more about that as there are more things happening. I don't want to really give out a spoiler here on this. If you're reading the book, you know what I'm talking about. Let's just mention a certain character that a certain Lois Lane thinks is dead and is behind a big part of the conspiracy going on here. Okay, Dead Romeo number 5. A little bit behind on this reading too. I got to tell you the truth. Not that impressed with this series. Thought this was really going to be a great read, and so far it's really not. In comparison, if I compare this to, let's say, Lock and Key, which is one of my favorite reads in 2 story arcs now, this does not hold a candle. It's good for what it is, but it's not, again, a must read. I'm just trying to finish the series at this point. Marvel Comics, Ultimatum number 5. This was out last week. Didn't had to put it on the side because I can't pull as much as I'd like to anymore. Read this on its own. The storyline was strong enough where you can catch the drift of what's going on here. Okay, didn't need to have all the other tie-ins to follow what's been basically a great storyline and great artwork. New Avengers number 55. Still enjoying this under the Dark Reigns title now. Haven't looked even through the artwork here yet, but the story has continued to be very good. Bendis, great writer. You know, the artwork has been excellent. Not too sure about this issue, as I think that there's an artist change in here, Stuart Iomanen, if I pronounce his name correctly. Have to see where we go with this, but so far, as I said, the storyline's been excellent. Here we go, kids. I wrote about this before with Hulk issue number 600. Why is Marvel doing this? I don't know. I don't care. Frustrating. Don't like it. Marvel, stop doing it. I've got Hulk issue number, wait for it, not 601, Hulk number 13 is this, and it's not Incredible Hulk, it's just the Hulk again. So Hulk number 13, not sure what they're doing with the numbers here, and it's, at best, it's frustrating. because I want to know. Anyway, one of my better picks, or one of my two favorite picks for this week. Let's get right to this. Captain America Reborn #2. Don't want to say too much. Haven't looked inside the artwork yet. #1 was excellent. I'm expecting #2 to be more of the same. Here is my pick. My other favorite pick for this week. Wildstorm's North 40. Can you say Cthulhu? This is some great reading here. Okay, I read the first issue. I'll just read what it says here on the cover. I love this book. Great story, cool art, and monsters. What more can you ask for in a comic? Steve Niles. I agree with Steve Niles. What more can you ask for in a comic book? Wait a minute. No zombies. I can ask for that. And so far, I've held that up. Thank you very much, Windsor Wildstorm. Great stuff here. Okay, this is another one you should be reading this comic book. Okay. And the other Wildstorm that I picked up, this is a trade edition, Astro City, The Dark Age. This is the first one. It's called Brothers and Other Strangers. I know this collects so many issues. I'm not sure how many issues it collects yet, but I know it's pretty big. It's pretty thick, and I know I missed a lot in this one, so that's why I picked it up. There is a new Dark Age series. I'm sorry. There is a new Wildstorm Dark Age Astro City series currently running. Tried to get all of them so far. One of them was missing at Main Street Comics, so I opted to not pick it up. Wait until it comes out on trade edition as this one has. So I'm gonna let you go with this. I do have one thing I want to say real quick. Any of my subscribers here, I really need your help. This is heartfelt. I have another blog called My Domestic Life. The address is www.mlcss.com. If you're a subscriber here, I need your help. I need people to go there, read what's going on, and pass the message to your friends or family members if you know somebody that has a vascular disease, a vasculitis, maybe Churg-Strauss. Some of you who have read this blog know of the disease that I have. Okay, My Domestic Life is a very huge pet project for me, and any help I get, any donations or anything like that that comes through, anything that you can pass along to your friends. Okay, this is my way of helping other people with something that I suffer from. Okay, it's a way for me to reach out and do some good for other people. Okay, so again, My Domestic Life, www.mlcss.com. Subscribing to it, okay, is going to be a great way to help and pass the word around about the blog if you're not familiar with it or unaware of it. Okay, time for me to end this. Running a little bit long. Again, thanks a lot. There will be a part 2 without the mention of my other blog. But again, really, thank you very much. Have a good night, everybody.